Guys, I saw the coolest thing today. I don't know if this is the person, full disclosure, I don't know if this is the person that beat me, like last week with a similar team. I think it might have been the same person, but I saw someone cleaving with Zerath and Lydia, and Beth. Beth too. So let's take a look at the matches and let's see what kind of fun shenanigans. I always use that word shenanigans. I use that word too much. Fun shenanigans are going on with this team. Okay, so they're starting off with Tiana, Galleon, Beth. Galleon they actually get higher than Guardian. So bans out the Beth. Of all things you could ban out, bans out the Beth. Because the leader skill? Is that because you still have a defense leader skill? I don't know why the ban was Beth. The squishy Tiana. Okay. Tiana, no defense break. Well, he had attack buff though. He had attack buff. Healing music, and then Lydia comes in and she just destroys all of life. And then that Zerath, I mean, he's going to go for the Zerath next, but Zerath has got the highest base HP in the game. He's just going to heal so much. That doesn't even... I feel like the ban wasn't the Beth, though. I feel like that might have been the first thing. Okay, next battle, they're actually in G2 now. That was the match that got them into G2. So they're going up against Bastet, Diana, Perna, which is a nice combo. Okay, so this combo is kind of nice. Bastet, and then there's just tanky bruisers. Tanky bruisers. But it's tanky bruisers versus tanky bruisers. So Forbidden Galder, and then he's just going to snipe with the Perna, and the Odin has to finish him off, okay. So he was hoping that that could have finished the Galleon off, but it did not. And then he couldn't go for a second one with that Odin. So then he's got 2 revives. Storm of Midnight. This is going to finish him off, isn't it? No, it didn't finish them off. It didn't finish them off. So the question is, how many times does Perna proc? Perna not critting. And there's nothing really for those Lightning Emperors to stack anymore. Just now. So this next match is up against a... What? So it's a... But... Okay. They must have really fast units. So he banned out the one stripper. Makes sense. And then he's got the Beth HP lead. And Zerath has got so much HP. Everything has so much HP plus shield sets that the Lucian is not... Lucian's not going to be able to kill, right? Lucian does a pretty decent amount of damage, actually. Lucian almost took out the Galleon. If Lucian was just a little bit stronger... 71,000! 71,000. Okay. I mean, that's got to be some nice runes, 71,000 damage. The power of Lydia. She takes all the damage that your teammates receive and she smashes it back into their face. 71,000 damage. That is crazy. Tiana first again. Tiana's probably the most contested first pick of this entire team. And I don't think a lot of people have Lydia and Zerath that are like picking them all the time. Usually they're towards the end if they do pick them. So Tiana would be really the only truly contested pick out of this. Goes for time to loot. Oh my god, this is just brutal. This is just a lot of destroy HP on that Vanessa. Doesn't really do a lot of damage, so there is a comeback potential from this. But I feel what happens when they get turn 2. Well, that's a good question. What does happen when they get turn 2 and someone steals the Tiana? Storm of Midnight. Things are still alive. Diana can still cycle. There's no defense break, which means if they have stacked stats overall. See, Diana is going to take some reflect damage though with that Lydia, because part of Lydia's passive is the reflect damage. So, and then remember, Zerath has the heal too. So not only do they have the reflect damage, but they do have so it's a cleave that has sustained potential. Now they're like, oh, I'm realizing that Zerath might be potentially a problem. We do need to get that heal. GG, that's game against the G3 player. Here's a great example. This is what happens when someone gets turn 1 and picks the Tiana out. So they totally changed the strategy. The strategy completely changes. Still Lydia in there. Never mind, not still Lydia in there. And then how does this play out? I'm curious. So if they outspeed, they strip. Also, is that a Pungbeck? Yo, this is just as cool. We have with this a Pungbeck. Okay. Pungbeck nuke. Predicted future doesn't get the stuns. They were hoping for the stuns. I'm sure. Well, aren't we always hoping for the stuns? And that's GG. So that's what happens when someone so that's how to beat this comp, is just take the Tiana and then just try to outspeed and CC or S-speed and nuke them. Instead of having like a mid-range team, it's go full force, go YOLO, pick Tiana first, and start doing crazy stuff. There we go. And we got to see a Pungbeck too. So this one is, what is that guild name? Flap? This one's against Flap. Good old Flapping Guild. So they got turn 1, picks the Tiana. Every time turn 1, win. Turn 2, well, turn 2 if they pick the Tiana first. So far. So they're trying to nuke that Tiana down. But they didn't. So, okay, here's my. I feel like I would have at least put the. I would have used Fran first, though. Why didn't they? Okay. Why didn't they use the Fran skill 3 and then try to nuke on top of that instead of using Fran skill. I don't know why they didn't, see, I would have played that differently. I would have used Fran skill 3 and then try to burst the Tiana down with the Perna DPS, and then you wouldn't have been able to get the defense break on, because immunity. So this one is against Home Alone G3 play. This guy's on my favorites list too, aren't they? What is this comp? What is this comp? What is this comp? Okay, I don't understand this comp. The second comp. So they banned the Tiana out, of course. Goes for the CC. No CC. He didn't. That wasn't enough to kill the Galleon. But he eventually got the Galleon down. So we got some defense breaks. And then what do we have? The Lydia is just going to destroy everything, though. The Lydia is just going to, like, absolutely wreck well, the Zerath is going to absolutely wreck everything. Whatever the Zerath doesn't wreck, that doesn't matter. Anyway, but the Lydia would have destroyed everything after that, though. Oh my god. See, even these are super OP in, all like Dark Knight powers are super OP in RTA, aren't they? And like, cause who's really expecting a Lydia Zerath comp? I think that's one of the reasons that this is working well, is that no one's, like, everyone's like, oh, this is what people have been using lately, so this is probably what they're gonna use, because this is like the meta in this season. And people are like, when you bring in something totally different, they're like, oh, how do I counter that? I don't know. I'm not used to dealing with that. I have to actually think about this one on the fly. I've had the same thing. Like, I think this person might have been, I think this person might have beat me earlier, like a week ago too. And it's the same thing. It's like, I was not expecting that. That is not something that I was expecting. Okay, how do I deal with this now? Okay, so we see Fran first pick. That's pretty standard. And we see Vanessa second. Fran and Vanessa are actually very good first and second picks. That's kind of like the high level, their high level meta good first and second picks. So we see, is this going to be going for the Beth? The Beth is the dangerous one. That's the one they feel is the dangerous one. Because multi-hits. Is that why? There was enough immunity, and they banned the Tiana. So that's one down. Oh, that's right, Zerath. I was noticing, I was like, are they changing their attack gauge? Oh, it's just so much damage, it doesn't even matter with that Galleon. So, so much damage. But I think they were banning the Beth because of the multi-hits, because the multi-hits countered the Triana. But I forgot that Zerath rebalances, and they even tweaks it after, because like they balanced it in the balance patch, and people were like, What is this nonsense? And then they're like, oh, let's tweak it again, like rebalance it. And they did it so that it rebalances before it nukes. It rebalances the enemy's HP. Okay, what do we have here? We have a Fran Purst pick. I think I'm Filipino today. We have a Fran Purst pick. And then we have the Filipinos watching. We're very excited, but they're like, oh yes, he's Filipino. It's very exciting. So we have, hold on, the Susano. Why do we have the Susano here? So he's got the attack age down. Is he good? He's got the crit on the Beth. It's not enough though, because Beth has stacked stats, and she got very stacked. Oh no, Beth has very stacked stats. Who did he ban? He banned the Lydia, and now he's just cleaning house. Strip, attack gauge reduction, enough damage to kill. GG. That Tiana did a lot of damage though. That Tiana did some pretty good damage, but is he gonna steal a turn? Well, it doesn't. They 4-on-1 at this point. Tiana can do as much damage she. Wait, I was gonna say she can do as much damage she wants. She can't do as much damage as she wants. But yeah, that's I guess that's one. It's a weird to see a Jir Susano beating it, of all things. But there you go. Okay, so Tiana first pick, and then they immediately go to their what is Camille. Am I watching a Fighter 2? But this feels like Fighter 2 picks. This feels like. But here's the thing. All of that stuff is like Theomars can't be one shot. So Theomars can't be one shot. He can come back and he can possibly even violent proc and go crazy. Diana, everything is still much faster too. Diana's gonna turn cycle. She's gonna kill the. I was gonna say she's gonna kill the Beth. Theomars cut in. Time to loot. He changed targets though. And Armageddon. And that's enough to kill the Diana, that's enough to kill the Perna, but didn't kill the other stuff. Jeez, it was so easy to take out that Camila. Oh my god. So here's my thing, is that they switched targets. They started with one. First off, it was kind of like, I get the reason behind the unit that they picked, but it still looked like a Fighter 2 picks. Like, you look at a Fighter 2 match and you're like, yeah, that seems like what someone would pick a fighter. You look at like a G3 match and it's like Ragdoll Artemiel, or like G2, it's like Ragdoll Artemiel, it's like Vanessa Ganymede Hathor, stuff like that. You don't really see a whole lot of Theomars and Camila in G2. That's kind of what I mean. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had some fun watching some G2. I was gonna say G3, I'm so used to saying G3. G2, Zerath, Beth, Lydia, fun comp, HP based, turn 2 shield will cleave comp. Pretty nice though, pretty nice. Tanky enough to survive a bunch of hits from the enemy, unless you get stripped and CC'd. I feel like we didn't really see a whole lot of enemies bringing in Okeanos and Hathor. I feel like that might have been a different story if they started doing that. But yeah, interesting that we got to see this. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.